Hello, welcome to Talk of the Town. I am your host, Abby on the Avenue, Marketing Director for Appleton Downtown Incorporated. Talk of the Town is a podcast where we shine a spotlight on the people, places, and passion in our community. Each episode, we engage in meaningful conversations with community ambassadors and local business owners as they share their stories about what makes our district thrive. Whether you're a history buff, foodie, music lover, or something in between, there's something here for everyone. Join us as we uncover the stories of what makes Downtown Appleton one great place. And today we're kicking off a brand new mini-series highlighting our incredible star supporters. Throughout the year, we have over 40 event sponsors, but our 3 star supporters help support all 60 plus events that we have throughout the year. These are partners who don't just support events. They invest in our community and help create a vibrant, welcoming downtown that we all know and love. So today, we are joined by 2 amazing guests from Fox Communities Credit Union, Heather Wessley, VP of Community Impact, and Luke Freitag, Community Relations Specialist. We're going to talk a little bit about what they do, why community involvement matters to them, and what it means to support Downtown Appleton. So let's dive in and help me welcome Heather and Luke. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, and thank you for all the support that you do. I'm sure I will thank you many times throughout this episode, but
we love being part of this community.
Kick it off and thank you guys for everything that you do and talk a little bit more about it. But before we dive in and learning more about Fox Communities Credit Union, tell us a little bit about yourselves, your background, and kind of what led you to start working for Fox.
Well, my story goes very far back, a little bit further than Luke's.
You're so young. How is that even a thing?
Because I tell people I started at Fox when I was like 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, in June I celebrate 27 years at Fox Communities.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Over half my life. It's
Wow.
insane. I love Fox. I love our culture. I love what we do. I love the people we work with. Like, it's refreshing to get up every day and just be happy to go to work and just love what you do every single day.
Yeah. Not many can say that.
No.
So that's truly amazing. So tell us a little bit about the background and how you did get started with Fox, and how your position is evolved, because you've kind of course, grown with the company over time as well.
Sure. Yeah. When I started at Fox, I was a teller at our Law Street location. A lot of people downtown Appleton here know our Law Street location. It's been there forever, and people love it and love the people at that branch. I did that for about a year until I moved into a business development position. Did that for about 16 years. And then from there, got more involved in community. So I've been leading our community impact team now for quite a few years. And we continue to evolve and grow and do really cool projects and neat things. And so that's where we're at. So it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. You're very involved in the events world just like we are. So definitely excited to talk a little bit more about that. Now, Luke, take it away. Your story's a little bit newer.
Yes. As of now, 3.5 years at Fox, led to Fox by way of radio for 14 years on air. So feels good to be behind a microphone again.
Exactly. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Luke used to be in the radio biz.
Yes. Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Wyoming.
Amazing.
That's where my radio journey took me.
Yes.
But happy to be at Fox. I always say everything I do now is basically what I did in radio without a microphone. It's engaging with the community, it's promotions, it's events. And I would say from a community relations standpoint, I always say when the new hires walk by on Mondays at Fox, I say, if there's a logo in our community minus a billboard, chances are I put it there.
That's awesome.
Representing community events and making sure Fox is represented well.
That's great. Yeah. Well, you guys do a great job at Fox, and we obviously very much enjoy working with you. So as we're talking about Fox Communities Credit Union, for those who may not be super familiar, can you just share a little bit about you guys and what sets you apart?
Well, people sometimes ask what the difference is between a credit union and a bank. The biggest difference, I'd say, is ownership. Banks are owned by shareholders. Credit unions are owned by our members. So we have over 140,000 members that own a share into the credit union. So any of our profits we earn are reinvested back into better rates, lower fees, improved services, and our community giving. Credit unions are not for profit, but we're very much like purpose driven. So there's that can't even speak. Not a good day to not be able to speak here. The model for that is just blends beautifully into what we do for community and what we do for our members as far as the products and services that we offer.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys do, a lot of different things. So Can you just briefly touch on, some of the products and services that you do offer? I mean, I think everybody just knows the banking side of it because that's a very easy thing to know, but things beyond that you guys can do.
Yeah, I mean, we offer the basic savings checking, CDs. I did get a question the other day. I was speaking to a woman in the Milwaukee area, and credit unions are big in Milwaukee too. It's not just the Fox Valley, but she mentioned how credit unions don't do mortgages, and I was like, what? What? Where did that come from? I said, yes, we do mortgages.
Yeah.
We do business loans. We do everything the banks do.
Exactly.
So there's still some misconception about what credit unions can do and if you can become a member or not. Literally anyone can become a member of a credit union and Fox Communities. And we welcome everyone.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yes.
One thing that stands out to me that we help people with is we want to make sure we get you to a point where you can get, the things that you want, whether it be a house or a car. And maybe you're not in the best spot financially. We have financial coaches. There's financial education for students throughout, the local schools that we can provide. And it's cool to see that because we want to start with you and we want to end with you, whether we start that account when you're just a kid and then we work to your mortgage, or whether it's your first car at 16, those products, like you said, it's more than just a checking and a savings. You can work beyond that and we can get you to where you need to be.
That's awesome. Yeah. Any point in life, you can always start earning up those credit scores, everybody. Wait till you're old enough to start learning about that. But a big part of the work that you two do personally is being a part of the community. And you mentioned that a little bit in your roles. But, what does that mean to you as both an organization and an individual that you get to work with the community so much?
Well, at Fox, when we do well, our members in our community do well. So Luke and I are so ingrained into what we do day to day in the community stuff, whether it's the events that we sponsor or we put on Bike to the Beat, or working with organizations like ADI or chambers, nonprofits. We work with over literally hundreds of nonprofits. What we do day to day, it's different day to day, and it makes such an impact on so many people's lives day to day.
Yeah. And I should have mentioned this earlier, but you mentioned that it's kind of across all communities. What boundaries does Fox stretch to? We were talking earlier about how you're open in Milwaukee now. Where do you guys all have branches?
Majority of Northeast Wisconsin. Okay. We have a total of 23 locations between Fox Valley, Green Bay, Lakeshore, Luxembourg, Pulaski, Clintonville, New London, and our newest location in Brookfield.
That's
awesome. We're really excited about that Brookfield location and growing that market. We plan to have 2 more locations in that market in the next year.
Awesome. Yeah. Love to hear that. Yeah. Just for people who are wondering, you talk about those hundreds of nonprofits. It's from all over the area that these nonprofits are located as well.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. So talking a little bit more about, the community work that you guys are doing, why is it important for businesses like yours to be involved locally in the community?
Go.
Go.
You're good.
It's a local investment. It helps bring a stronger, more resilient community. I mean, getting businesses involved in what you guys are working on and helping nonprofits is just going to make our community thrive that much more. We already say Appleton's one great place. Well, let's figure out other ways to make it an even better place.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's cool that you're involved in communities outside of Appleton as well. And I think there are a lot of companies that will talk about how they're involved in the community, but to me, I think the cool thing with you guys is, you have a whole team dedicated to it, and how you guys are able to not only sponsor and support financially, but how you guys are boots on the ground, involved at these events, setting up booths, handing out flyers. You guys have been instrumental in helping us kick off a lot of our events. We see you guys there. I mean, you're there helping us set these things up. You just do so much. And I think it's cool that, that people know that involvement is beyond just the extension of that financial arm. You guys are very involved and always there, and I think that's really cool.
Well, 100%. I mean, we're more than just writing a check. We every single person, organization, everything we do is a partnership. It's relationship building, and building that trust among our partners. Communities is in our name. So a lot of what we do revolves around that. And we have over 500 team members that dedicate a lot of their personal time into volunteering and giving back. In 2025, we had over 10,000 volunteer hours from our team members, which is phenomenal.
That's phenomenal. Yes. We both just said the same thing.
Jinx.
That's amazing. That's so cool. And volunteering is so critical to organizations like ours to making these things happen. So another great way that, Fox supports that. And as we're talking about events, one that you guys have been involved with since the start is Light the Night Market. And Luke, I remember when we were planning this, I think you were like brand new to Fox, right?
Yes.
I remember you coming to the meetings. We're like, who's this guy?
We still ask that.
Heather said, you got to go check out ADI and see what they're in the works with for Light the Night Markets.
Yes.
And I remember sitting in with the ideas and the creation of the Light the Night Markets, and I'm kind of
Like, what did I get myself into?
wide-eyed. What's going on?
We were too, right? It's something we were kicking off that was brand new to us. And, your involvement with it as Fox has been, instrumental and kind of beyond a lot of our other sponsors as the presenting sponsor since its inception of spring of 2023. So it's just fun to think back of when we got together, like you said, and talked about different ideas, how we could bring this to life. So I just wanted you guys to talk a little bit about that experience from your perspective and what you like the most about that event. Being a presenting sponsor is a big deal and, shows that next level of commitment to that event. You, of course, sponsor all of our events throughout the year, but just cool to kind of see your involvement with that one.
Specifically with that one, it's cool because when you talk to members, they always say, oh, Fox is everywhere. But that specifically, I mean, think of how many people come downtown and take part in this. And it's such a cool event. And for us as a financial to be tied to a night market with what ADI is doing, I think just shows our community support and what, we want to bring people together. We want to have a good time, no matter what's going on, food trucks, bands, all that good stuff.
Yes.
Well, we really believe in bringing experiences to people. And Light the Night is definitely one of those events where it's an experience-driven event. Like, you're going to see things that you haven't seen before. The planning where we sit and throw out ideas like, let's do this, or how about this idea? And like, those are my favorite. I just love sitting down with all you guys and we brainstorm like the craziest ideas.
We do.
It's amazing.
Nothing is off the table.
It really isn't.
We have thrown around so many crazy ideas. A Ferris wheel was something that was thrown out there. I like to say it was my idea. The team doesn't like that, but they don't have the mic right now, so I'm going to say it was. But, I mean, it's a cool idea of like, what if we brought a Ferris wheel downtown? Like an idea that you would think is like crazy and that wouldn't be done, but we figured it out. And there are other ideas that I'm sure we've, discussed. We've talked about hot air balloons.
We have.
Skating
We're still going to
rinks.
make that happen.
That's something that's still we would love to
we're
do.
gonna do it.
Yes. I mean, there's very few ideas that are too large that we can think of. And it's cool to have other people like you guys to come to the table and come up with some ideas too, especially as you've done things with other communities and other events based on the resources that you guys have.
Crazier the better. I mean, we love it. And it's cool that some of the stuff that we've done here in Appleton, that we've brought some of those ideas to some of the other markets that we're in that have maybe not heard of like some of the things that we've been doing here. And just again, growing that sense of community and partnership, like it's really special.
Yeah. If you guys just talk a little bit about some of the, the aspects of the night market that you guys really like personally. I know that you guys, you both have kids and you obviously attended the events both professionally and personally. Like, just curious, like, what are some of the things that you guys have liked the best about that event?
I love that the street entertainment is right at your fingertips. Like, you have a group of people surrounding a fire breather. It's not on a stage. It's not a long ways away. Everybody is right there, and they're enjoying it. And then you can walk down a block and get food. And then you can walk down a block and see various other things or go down a giant slide. Like, it's right there, and it's right in the heart of our hometown. To be able to experience that and bring the kind of the street to life is cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. It's fun to be able to like walk downtown and like just have your phone constantly in your hand because there's so many like cool things to see and take a picture of and like, getting your family involved, which is neat, but the businesses that are downtown, like getting them involved and having their doors open during these events. So you're bringing these people downtown and popping into some of these local businesses that maybe didn't know that they existed, or, sample new foods or doing whatever. I mean, having that aspect of having that thrown into the mix is something I think some people kind of forget about. And they're like surprised to see what other cool things are down here that are down here all the time, but you don't know until you're like walking around and you're like, whoa, what's that?
Right. Yeah. We definitely encourage people, like Luke said, there is a bunch of stuff on the street, but also like off the street too. Like Heather's saying, like get out, check out those businesses. A lot of them stay open longer. They have their doors open for you guys and they're ready to welcome you during those events as well. So make sure you check those out while you're there too. But I remember when we did the very first night market in that spring, and I mean, I don't think any of us had any idea what to expect. We were
no.
just like, what is this going to be like? What is the community going to say? I mean, when you bring a new event to the table, you always have those doubts, but like to this scale was huge as well. You know, it was a big investment for us. We had great partners like you guys, but we're like, oh, how's this going to go? And it was above our wildest expectations. I mean, the community they came out, they supported, they absolutely loved it. Food trucks ran out of food. I mean, it was crazy. We're like, oh my God, this is so many people. And I remember people would come up to us and they'd be like, oh my gosh, when's the next one? How often do you guys do this? We're like, oh, if only you know all the time and energy it takes to plan these.
I feel you there.
Oh my gosh, they think it's like a weekly thing. I'm like, oh honey, I wish it could be, but you have
there's
no
so much
idea.
work, but there's
it's
so
much
worth
work.
it.
Yes. Yes. So now we've at least, we've upped it to 3. We have 3 throughout the year, our 2 in the summer, and then our holiday one. But it is a huge endeavor, and it is I just think it's so much fun, and it's cool to have you guys involved and kind of involved at that next level. And amazing too that you guys have that event experience and you guys bring a lot to the table as we are doing a lot of that planning and talking a lot about those things. And we're just excited. And the first one's only couple weeks away, so
it's
we're
like a month
excited.
away. Yeah,
we're very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be great, and our team really loves getting involved and volunteering. I mean, it's not hard to ask our team to bartend. They're the first to jump in and help with
It's
that.
always a solid volunteering position for a lot of people.
It is. But yeah, I mean, getting them involved too is really neat in getting people to interact, like having our team interact outside of our walls. Makes a big difference too.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good way to get out into the community and experience some of those things. And it pushes you to do that. 'Cause sometimes you just get stuck in the routine of, going to work, you got things at home, but the chance to get out there and experience some of those community things. And then when you experience them from the inside of actually being a part of it, it just gives you a whole new perspective on when you go to events anywhere, whether you're part of the planning, the volunteering, it allows you to really see what goes on behind the scenes and all the things that kind of makes it happen. I know that's what I've appreciated about it as I've kind of been in this position. But, speaking about events and how you guys are involved, how has being involved in some of our events, even beyond the night market, impacted Fox communities? Whether that's brand awareness, team engagement, member recruitment, how has it, positively impacted you guys?
Well, definitely that team engagement is high. I mentioned that our team members love volunteering and being part of all the events that you guys put on. And, it's another way for them too, especially for our frontline team members to see our members outside of our doors and interact with our, Fox family, the people that bank with us and, visit us for their normal financial transactions, to see them in a different light. And I think that the community likes seeing their frontline team members at Fox out at events, that they can interact with them and, continue to build those relationships. I mean, everything we do is based on relationships. And so being at these things means a lot to everyone within the Fox family.
Absolutely. Luke, you talked a little bit about this earlier about how, you said that if the logo's out there, you've been kind of involved with it, or how you've kind of helped make that happen. Talk about how that brand awareness that you guys have with it, being a part of it, and also having the Fox name on the event and, what that means to Fox.
Yeah. I mean, just the impact, how many eyes, obviously, when it comes to marketing and sponsorship and stuff, that's the business side of it. But I know Heather and I had a conversation at one point in time a while ago, and, from talking with her, she said, hey, let's do cool stuff in the community. And then Light the Night Market came up, and, opportunities like this, for us to be able to sponsor that and to be able to get our name out there, just shows, I think I've said to repeat, but it just proves our impact in the community to support a great organization like ADI. But again, to support the communities we serve, we want to, more than financial services, be able to support these opportunities for people to get together and really engage.
Yeah. I think, like you said Fox is everywhere. I've said that, and my husband said that before too, is we've seen the billboards, the signs, but also, as people who are always going to events, to see you guys there, and to just, obviously knowing you personally helps, but just seeing that and just knowing that you guys are out there always supporting, I think, makes a big impact on the Fox brand and everything as well.
Well, and that's a big thing for our culture within our team, our community culture. I mean, I was just part of a new team member orientation yesterday morning, and a big reason that some of the people want to work at Fox is because they see what we do in the community and they want to be a part of that. That is huge.
Yes. They appreciate that
They
impact.
do.
They know that you go beyond those walls.
So it speaks volumes, hearing that. That's why some people want to come be part of Team Fox, is because they see what we're doing in the community and the feelings that people get when they're experiencing, the events and just the cool stuff that they get to be a part of.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. So I'm going to throw you a wild card.
Uh-oh.
This is a question that wasn't sent to in advance. This is going to be a hard one, all right? Get ready. Other than the Light the Night Market, of events that we do, what would you say is your favorite?
Can I default to Bike to the Beat just so I can promote it?
No.
It started downtown.
That's fair.
But because it got so big,
yes,
we did have to move it.
That is cool. Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk a little bit about Bike to the Beat. That is obviously your guys' event, not something that we're personally involved with.
Oh, sorry.
But
I took that in a whole
that's
different
totally
direction.
fine.
You did, but
I
that's
liked
okay.
it. I liked it. I think it's a good opportunity to talk about it because I don't think a lot of people necessarily know what it is. So I think this is a good shameless plug.
If you have your phone, please take it out. Look at your calendar. August 1st, you have nothing going on except for Bike to the Beat. foxu.org/Bike to the Beat. After you're done riding Bike to the Beat, you can come check out all the music with Mila Music.
You can do both.
Yes.
Because we're a partner of theirs too.
Yes.
So we do have to give some shameless plugs to Mila Music. They are our friends as well.
Any as little as 12-mile bike ride up to a 59-mile bike ride, everything in between. Food, live music, drinks, a good time. It's always hot, so it's guaranteed a good summer day for you to get on a bicycle with your family, with your friends, anybody. Just get together, and right now, I mean, for like $35, you have that whole day. You get the shirt, you get the food, you get the drink, you get the stops, and it's just a great way to give back to our Fox Cares Foundation. All registration goes back to our Fox Cares Foundation.
That's awesome. I love that.
We gave them over $97,000 with rider registrations last year.
Wow.
Which is amazing. So then with that foundation, all that money goes back out in grants to the community to help with hunger, homelessness, and the arts.
That's incredible. So do you know how many bikers there were?
Just over 2,600 riders last year. So on average, we get between 2,600 and 3,000 people.
That's insane.
We're already, so this will be our 9th year. We're one of the largest bike rides in the Midwest.
That is so cool.
It's so fun. Right
I
here.
love that.
Right here in town.
I think I need to be a little bit better about my endurance because not going to lie, even that 12-mile bike ride sounded a little stressful to me.
Well,
Get a beer at the end of it. It's all right.
Yeah. Bike to the Brew, thanks to Stone Arch. Another friend of ours.
Another friend of ours. So many friends.
I know. We can plug all of our friends.
So many
They're
downtown
amazing.
friends.
So many.
To not detour, to answer your question, the walks. There's so many walks, and there's so many cool spots in downtown Appleton that you highlight those, whether it's a cuisine walk or wine walk, whatever it may be.
Ooh, wine walk.
Yeah.
That's Heather's answer. How did I know?
Yeah, right. Who knew?
I think those are,
Yeah.
smaller events, but at the same time, they make a big impact because it introduces the businesses to people that may not know about them.
Exactly. Yep. Those are some of my favorite too.
And I love the farmers markets.
Oh,
The farmers
Of
markets
course.
are great.
So many
Saturday
great
morning,
answers. Luke's
so many
like,
great
oh, that
answers.
too.
He's like, oh, I would have taken that one.
Yep.
Yeah, if we're not at a baseball diamond, I'm at the farmers market walking around. Yeah, that is great to check out, all the cool vendors, food, fresh food from local vendors. Like, it's awesome. And you always run into people Always.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's always some good ones. All right. So, as we're talking a little bit back about the business side of things, what would you guys say to another business who's maybe considering getting involved with our organization and our events?
Do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Short
Do it.
answer.
All right. Podcast over.
Do it. Everybody. It's amazing.
Just do it. Be a part of it. Get involved. Get your team involved because they're really going to love it. And that helps your team want to stay in this area too, is by getting more involved in their surroundings versus just going to work, from 9 to 5 every day. Like get them involved in things after 5 o'clock because that's what's going to keep them here.
Yes. It's good for that recruitment and retention side of things.
100%.
Is being able to be involved in that and kind of get more into your community, like you said. So, all right. So looking ahead, what are you guys most excited about for the future of downtown Appleton, and how do you hope to continue your involvement in the community moving forward?
New ideas, new events, all new things. Like
New events.
What other crazy thing can we bring to downtown?
Heather, we need more people. We're going to come steal you. You want to come work for us?
Yeah, for sure. No, I love Fox. I love Fox.
I tried.
I can help come up with ideas. You get Jen and I in a room. Like,
oh,
it's
that's dangerous.
I know.
That's
it's
dangerous.
So fun, though. So
But
fun.
yes, it's always good to have those ideas for sure.
Yeah, we do love, new ideas and, just figuring out other ways to, bring new families and new community members to this area. Like, yeah, I'm excited. There's always something fun to look forward to.
Yes, a lot of growth happening in downtown, and we're excited to have you guys, continue to be a part of the growth of not only our organization, but Downtown Appleton as a whole too.
And be that long-term partner that, we've started years ago, and we just continue to gain some momentum year after year. And I love the relationship that we have with you guys, and it's just going to continue to grow and get better.
Absolutely, yeah. So as we're wrapping up the episode here, what is one thing that you want someone to remember about Fox Communities after listening to this episode?
Heather instilled this into me right when I started at Fox. We're people helping people. That's the credit union way, and that's what we want to do in our community, whether it's volunteering, whether it's putting a cool sponsorship at a night market, whether it's financial services, whether you come into one of our branches and we help you out. We're here to help you. We want to find the best option for you, and people helping people.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that whole mantra with credit unions, not just us, but all credit unions, local throughout the world. It's the mantra. We're local, we're invested, we're here for the people in our communities, and we want to support the local businesses and the people here. And it's just banking with Fox. We're more than just a financial. We're a partner.
Yes.
We're in your communities. We're your neighbors. We're right next door.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. All right, so last thing here. In your opinion, what do you think makes Downtown Appleton one great place?
You have everything at your fingertips, and there's not 150,000 more people. It's like the best kept secret. It really is. I mean, I live about a mile off of downtown, so Saturdays we walk to the farmer's market. There's delicious food that we probably order way too much because
Never
you need
enough.
to, because it's so good.
It is.
But everything you need is right here. And the events that back it up with ADI are there. And if you just, I know Heather and I talk about this quite a bit when we come downtown for things. I'm like, I just love downtown. There's just a good vibe. The people are great. The businesses are great. The events that are happening to make downtown alive are great. And it just makes you proud to be, is it an Appletonian? Is that correct?
I think so.
Appletonian.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, that
All right.
sounds right.
Downtown Appletonian.
Appletonian.
There we go.
It's all one word.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
A resident of Appleton.
That's not as fun. We're going back to the Appletonian.
Yeah, I agree. That was a good word.
Yeah.
I would say a strong sense of belonging, walkability, accessibility, the people. I mean, the people here are so amazing.
Yes.
I mean, the business owners, the artists, the volunteers, the residents, everybody here is great. ADI, my ADI friends, you guys are great.
Yeah.
And I feel that our downtown feels like very welcoming and authentic. You can't say that about every downtown organization, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So we have something special here. It's definitely one great place.
I love it.
I know.
Well, thank you guys. We appreciate you, and you guys are so great. And thank you for being one of our amazing star supporters and always being there for our events and for all the work that you two do and that Fox does to support the community. You guys are great. So thank you so much for both joining us today and for everything you do for Downtown Appleton. We truly couldn't do it without partners like Fox Communities Credit Union. You can learn more about them and all the great services that they offer on their website, foxcu.org. And make sure to follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And to our listeners, if you're a business owner or part of organization that's looking for more ways to get involved and support your community, connect with new audiences, we'd love to work with you. So just reach out by calling our office at 920-954-9112 or email us to talk about that. You can email our community partnership director, Megan Warner, and she can help you come up with some of those great ideas to support the community. And be sure to follow along for more episodes in our Star Supporter series. We have more great businesses to feature that are supporting us all year round. Thank you again for tuning in to Talk of the Town. We'll be back with more stories, more voices, and more reasons to love Downtown Appleton. Until next time, keep your ears open. You just might be hearing the next Talk of the Town. This episode is brought to you by J. Geiger Consulting, a consulting firm specializing in J.D. Edwards Solutions and proud sponsor of Appleton Downtown Incorporated. Special thanks to local songwriter Amelia Ford for creating original music just for this podcast.